My fiance is actually planning to break up with me. And it's all because of my sister-in-law. She took some pictures of me kissing another man. I would never do that, and I have no idea how she got her hands on this. But guys, you won't believe who's coming to my rescue. The one person that said they can save me, it's her husband. He's turning his back on her because he knows what she's doing is wrong. Hello, everyone. So I'm here, and this is my first time talking about my personal life online. So I request you all to hear me out and be nice to me, as I'm in a huge problem at the moment. I don't know how all this works, so let me explain what happened. Oh, and I forget to introduce myself. I'm Evelyn. I'm 28 years of age. So my wedding. It got canceled recently, and due to the most horrendous reason you can imagine. Something happened due to which my fiance Sam called off our engagement 2 days ago. While we were preparing for our wedding at the church, my fiancé announced in front of everyone that he was going to call off our engagement because I cheated on him. I was like, what? I could not believe when he said this, as I clearly did not do anything. I tried asking him again and again what was wrong, but he refused to look at me or talk to me after the matter. I went to my room and kept crying about everything, but I had to gather myself back as I was not wrong and I did not cheat. So I directly barged into Sam's room and asked him for clarification. He did not at first, but when I was being persistent, he tells me that my sister-in-law Sarah sent him pictures of me kissing his brother, Bob. Well, I got confused at this, guys, but then I understood, and I'm sure that all of you are confused as well at the moment, so let me tell you. Sam, he has a twin, a brother, Bob, who looks exactly like him. I mean, they're twins. Trust me when I see even their hair is the same, their dress style, and even their build. So it was my bachelorette the other day while I invited everyone. Even Sarah and Bob were there, but Sam could not make it due to his health, and frankly, I only remembered getting drunk and not kissing Bob. What I think is that Sarah must have took the picture of us getting intimate, and after that night, she might have sent them to Sam. I was shocked to hear all of this. Even in a drunken state, I would have never done that, as I love Sam. Since I did not remember anything about the kiss and all, I simply understood as I was drunk. I might have confused. Bob was Sam. This was the only plausible explanation that I could arrive at, and I understood that it was my mistake, but I would have never done that to Sam. I begged Sam for forgiveness, but he refused to listen to me and told me that he does not want to be with a woman like me. I pleaded with him again and again, but it didn't work. Not that I am denying that I did not, I just told him I was inebriated and did not realize that I was kissing Bob, and so I accepted my mistake. But as I said, he did not pay any attention to me. I was heartbroken and, moreover, worried about the fact that I lost the love of my life. I feel so stuck even after so much explanation. He was not ready to accept that I did not do anything on purpose. I even tried reaching out to my in-laws, Karen and Roger, who simply rejected my pleas and told me that they were highly disappointed in me, as they never expected anything like this from my side. They even told me that I'm not the right person for their son, as he deserves somebody who's loyal to him. They even told me to leave as soon as possible, as they themselves did not want to be around me, and now when I heard this, I was literally taken back. But what could I have done? I mean, I had nothing else to prove to them except my words. For that entire day, I could not figure out anything I could have said to prove that I was innocent. At that moment, I really thought that I would have to go back off from this relationship, as nobody believed me at all. I went to my room and cried all day long, as now I had nowhere to go and nobody, not even Sam, believed me at all. The next morning, I was awakened by a call. It was from Jason. Who's Jason, if you may ask? He's Sarah's boyfriend and a very good friend of mine, as we bonded really well when we met for the first time. He asked me if I could come and see him in the coffee shop, and when I asked what for, he said that it was something extremely important. Now let me tell you something. When this entire drama happened, Jason was not present anywhere near, as he was going to arrive on the day of the wedding itself. When I met him, he tells me he has the most shocking news. What? You may ask. So Sarah, Bob, had been planning against Sam for a very long time, as he's always been the perfect child of the family, and his parents just always consult him before making any major decisions. Let me tell you the entire story, right? As these three, Sam, Bob, and Sarah, were young, Sam had always been the intelligent one out of them despite them being twins. His parents always supported him in everything, and this might have led to the jealousy that Sarah and Bob had for Sam. This is something that all of us knew for a very long time, but we never expected Sarah and Bob to go this far. Jason told me that he overheard Bob and Sarah's conversation about the bachelorette party, and it was their plan to sabotage my relationship with Sam. Sarah and Bob had come up with an evil plan that obviously worked, and Sam broke off our engagement, which obviously points to the fact why I was confusing him with Sam. I was furious and wanted to beat them both up. I told Jason about exactly what happened and, the drama and all, and how Sam ended our long-term relationship. We were out of words. The best part is right now that Jason has decided to help me with revealing the truth to everyone, but at the moment we do not have any solid evidence for what happened at the party. Now, we have to find something that'll prove me right and I can win back Sam. But both of us are really confused as to what we should do next, as even if we tell them verbally, they wouldn't believe us. Now that I have Jason on my team, I feel more confident. However, I do have a hope that if I try convincing Sam for one last time, maybe he will agree or something and I'll have to find something to prove that I'm innocent. You know what the worst part of all this is that our wedding is canceled and I just received the news in the morning. This is all because Sam's evil sibling could not just accept their brother's happiness. Even if I tell him that it was their plan, he'll simply push me off by saying that I'm lying about his family members and that I want to ruin their family relations. I feel so stuck right now, but I have to do something. Do you all think it's a good idea that I should confront Sam one last time? In the hopes that he'll listen? Please, oh please, let me know. Oh yeah. On the other hand, Jason has agreed to help with all of this, but we still don't know what we should do at the time. Words would not have been enough, and we'll have to come up with something. I'm so glad that despite being Sarah's boyfriend, Jason is ready to offer me help to come up with some proof and is ready to support me to prove it. If we're able to figure out something, I'll try my best to keep you guys updated. Although, I can't promise that since things are really not right in my life at the moment, I just have to be here to share something that was bothering me, although I would really appreciate if you guys could maybe drop a feedback or advice. But honestly, is it a good idea to confront Sam without any proof? I'm so nervous as I'm still not sure about whether he'll listen or not. If you ask me, I'm standing all alone at the moment with no way out. Update number 1. Hey guys, I hope you're doing swell. I'm back here after 4 days, and honestly, I was not expecting to get back so soon. First of all, let me tell you, I only remembered about this update when I got notifications about your comments and everything, and honestly, thank you. Because I was thinking about letting you all know what happened exactly. All the good comments have been so helpful to deal with this entire scenario that's been going on, and all of them really gave me the strength that I needed. Whereas people who accuse me of cheating on my fiancé, I think you all should go ahead and get a life. As I was really intoxicated and I did not even realize that the kiss happened. Peace out, please. I'm here to express myself and not to get humiliated. Anyways, coming back to the update. So, I did try talking to Sam 2 days back when I went to his place. If you ask me at the moment, he's highly disappointed in me, and I feel really bad as I did not do anything wrong. I was at his place and told him what all Jason had told me, and as a matter of fact, I took Jason with me so that we could convince him together, but he did not listen and simply bashed us for accusing his family of such a thing. He told us that we were not a part of the family and that we should back off already. At that moment, I was heartbroken. The man I'd loved so much simply tells me to move on from everything we had and asked me to move out of his place. We figured out that we had to make everyone believe that I was innocent, so we came up with a plan. We decided to get the CCTV footage of the place where my bachelorette party took place in the hope of finding something that would prove me innocent, so we reached there. We talked to the authorities over yonder, and they refused, but we were persistent, so they simply asked us to just check the video. We agreed, and we went to the footage room, so in the video, we saw it. We saw that it was Sarah who intoxicated my drink with some sort of pill, which made me lose consciousness, and I could not believe what I saw with my own eyes. How could I think that they would not do this? But how could they do this to me? And Sam? I even saw Sarah paying the waiter to offer me the drink, and I took it. What I saw after I took the drink was completely new to me, as I didn't remember anything regarding it. I started dancing after taking that drink. And then I saw Bob getting all touchy-touchy towards me, and of course I resisted. That's what I saw, and after a while he kissed me. Forcefully. Even though I tried to stop him, he was the one who pulled me in by my waist and kissed me on that dance floor. And on the other hand, while all of this was happening, I saw that evil woman, Sarah, recording us and also clicking some pictures. At that moment, I had really wished Sam was with me to see what his beloved siblings were up to. Now that we have the evidence, we just have to deliver it to the right place. If you know what I mean, and, well, of course you do, but hey, how? That's the question. I want to present the whole thing in a way that hits the right spot perfectly. So that is what I have to figure out now. I'll let you guys know what I come up with. Update number 2. Good evening, everybody. I'm back here after a week, and I apologize for updating you all so late. I know you all have been waiting for my post, but things got really messed up lately, and now I finally found the time to update you all. I hope you're doing swell. Now, this one is a major update. You remember in my last update, I had mentioned about the CCTV footage. The camera thing. And we were not allowed to record and all, but let me tell you something. Jason had a button camera attached to his shirt that day, and nobody was aware of it, honestly, not even me. I thought I was going to be disappointed about the fact that we would be leaving empty-handed, but no, I was wrong. So let me tell you about what went down. So, when I went back home, I received a video from Jason, and oh my goodness, the moment I looked at it, I knew that I won. It was the party video that he managed to pull off. I was beyond surprised, but we could have not sent it right away, as we could not let Sarah and Bob know, as, if they did, they could have definitely manipulated the entire scenario some way. So we decided to come up with a better plan. I know you guys must be thinking that we could have just sent the video right away, but instead, hey, listen. We wanted both Sam's parents and of course Sam to see the video in front of us, since nobody in Sam's family was talking to me. Jason decided to invite everyone to his place, saying that he had organized a small gathering. I was also there, but instead I decided to hide in the room. While everybody sat down, Jason announced that he had something good to share with everybody, and of course everybody was excited about it. So he switched on the telly. He played the CCTV footage on it, and as soon as the main scene started, I saw the shock on everyone's face. But Sam's face had pure guilt. They saw how Sarah and Bob straight up manipulated the whole ordeal, and how they made everyone believe that I was a cheater. While all of this was happening, Jason announced in front of everyone that he heard Sarah and Bob talking about ending mine and Sam's relationship, as they hated the fact that Sam got everything in life and they never did. They did not like the fact that Sam was, quote, the perfect child of the family and was always the chosen one. Listening to this, I saw how shocked Karen and Roger were at the same time. They were angry that their own kids were going against one another. Sam was also highly disappointed, so Sarah and Bob entered Jason's house a bit late as they were invited late. The moment they entered, their parents absolutely thrashed them. It was so bad that Bob got slapped by Roger, and yet that poophead could not figure out what he had done. Sam confronted them and asked them why they would do this to him and me, and they simply announced it because they hated him. I saw him breaking down at the moment, and yet I could not do anything about it. Roger threatened Sarah and Bob that they would have to move out ASAP, as they would not be forgiven for what they have done. Bringing down the family's reputation, Sarah broke down right there in front of everyone to see and asked for forgiveness as she was guilty. Yeah, right. She was crying hysterically crocodile tears, whereas Bob did not even care. Bob smirked and said that this did not affect him, as he was already planning to leave. He thought he would play smart with Rogers. He announced that as soon as Bob left, he was on his own and would get nothing out of his father's money. Upon hearing this, his face turned entirely white. He looked like Casper, the friendly ghost, as he realized that he had nothing except the money and what he would do if he was broke. He all of a sudden played the sympathy card and begged for forgiveness, although there was nothing to be forgiven. As expected, that night ended on a very terrible note, but at least now I was innocent. 2 days later, Sam called me and told me how terrible he felt that he doubted me and was not sure whether I would want to get back with him or not. That wasn't even a question in my mind, because I was waiting for this moment. I know Sam didn't trust me when I needed, but if anyone had been in this situation, they would have done the same with all the proof that Sarah sent him. I'm really happy to tell you guys that we're back together, baby, and still trying to mend our relationship. However, I just wanted to thank you all for being here, supporting me throughout it. It really does mean a lot to me, so, well, bye guys. Take care. This is the final update. Don't forget to subscribe. Hello everyone, long time no see, huh? Well, I'm back here after 3 long months, almost 90 days. And honestly, I did not expect myself to be back as I thought my previous update was going to be the last one. But nope, here I am. I hope you're all keeping well, and I'm sure that you're all wondering why out of nowhere I decided to hit y'all all up with another update. Well, let me tell you without wasting much time. So Sam and I got married, yeah, finally. After all the problems we all went through, we got to our big day and things are much better now. Sam and I, we've forgiven each other and we have moved past what happened. Anywho, this update is not just about that, no. Let me get to the point. So, after all the drama that happened at Jason's house, Roger had decided to push Sarah and Bob out until they had asked for forgiveness. But he was persistent as he was furious at them, so much so that he was still not speaking to any of them. Even Karen, for that matter, is not speaking to them. They begged for forgiveness and even said that they were ready to do anything to mend what they had done as long as they could stay there. As I had mentioned previously, Rogers is a really smart person, and so is his wife. They came up with a brilliant plan to teach both their brats a lesson. So, the church where Sam and I were supposed to get married was cancelled for the reason that you all already are aware of. It had been booked again for our wedding, but this time there was a condition that both Sarah and Bob had to agree to, or else they would have to move out without anything in their hands. When all of us asked, okay, well what the heck the condition is, they simply stated that Sarah and Bob would have to sweep the entire church hall, and that too without anyone's help. Oh, they became so aggressive at that moment, and Bob even shouted that this was not his job. This is unfair, and all that, blah, blah, blah. Rogers told him that if he did not want to take this up, that's fine. He could simply move out as he was anyways good for nothing. LOL. That proves Sam has always been the better one. They kept begging their father not to punish them like that, but they ended up doing the job, and that too, pretty good. In the midst of all this, Jason broke up with Sarah and announced that he would rather be lonely than be with her or even be in her presence for that matter. She even tried to stop him and literally fell on the ground for that, but he did not stop and just left the room there. So, a day before the wedding, the most fun thing of all this was to see Bob and Sarah dressed like cleaners to clean the entire floor of the church where our wedding was supposed to take place, and I could not hold back my laughter, as it was funny to watch 2 spoiled brats fall down to such a level. Not just our family, but literally the entire neighborhood, and of course all the people we invited for the wedding stood there and laughed their little hearts out. It was so humiliating to see people recording them live and posting everything on the interwebs, despite both of them telling them not to. While they swept the church floor, both of them were literally crying. I mean, now that's funny. And they were now in the same position where I was a few months back, and if you have asked me if they deserved this, yeah. Anyways, everything's good now. Also, thank you for being so caring and supportive all this time. I'm sending much love to the comments. I'm just so grateful to be a part of this website. I'm so happy to have you and Jason support all this time. You guys have handled me the best. However, I updated you this last as Sam and I have been preparing to move to a different city. Might even go to a different country to start a new life, and I'm pretty excited about it. This is officially my last post before I move out, so yeah, take care everyone. Signing off. Goodbye. Alright guys, I came across a wild comment. A lot of people were hating on it, but there were actually people siding with it. Let me just read with you and you can see what you think about it. Here's the comment. It says, LOL. This woman just came in here and justified her act of cheating as if there was nothing wrong about getting drunk like there's no tomorrow and kissing a man who's not even random but your own brother-in-law? Jeez. As for the revenge that you took, are you for real? We're definitely not idiots to believe you, as we don't know what actually happened at the party because we weren't there. Duh. What you just put out here as everyone's judging you at the moment, it's so selfish of you to pull out such a cheap move. Just to get your man back, I have no idea what kind of woman you even are. Alright guys, that's the top negative comment of the day. I do want to know your thoughts on it. Maybe you agree, maybe you don't. Who knows? Drop it down below. My name's Mr. Reddito. I narrate stories like this every single day. And if you guys want to be a part of these stories, all you have to do is subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And of course, remember, it's cool to be kind. Peace.